Sorry about that, folks. I'm not sure what happened there. But I had to reset my computer real quick.
By standing on the platform and dragging it to the right, upwards, downwards, or in any direction you want. And let's approach these enemies up now and lure them onto our platform, one by one, if you want. All what we can do instead is just like charge right in and use some heavy attacks and hope for the best. But that's usually not the best idea unless you have a large weapon. So instead, we could always like isolate them into parts we can manage, or we could skip them completely and go for the big guy here. That is very dangerous. So what I'm gonna do instead is charge my attack and slam the platform into it. Right, special damage. You see, the levels of Loot River are procedural, but they are handcrafted at the same time. What we do is design lots of smaller areas for possible connections and then let the computer assemble them and look for logical relations between them. So even from small pool of objects, we're already getting some interesting variations in the levels. Enemies evolve for combat on the platforms. Some can even block platforms, preventing you from sliding away until you defeat them and gaining your ability back. Others might wield long-range weapons, jump platforms, or cause devastating damage. However, most of them have a weakness. Hairy enemies burn really well. You will visit many interesting places, obtain legendary weapons, meet animated characters, dice them, and ultimately die by your hand. But those who persist can get even further, explore places never seen before, face horrors, and perish again.
Loot River really has me intrigued. I really like what they're doing with the combat and the Tetris-like platforming elements. So cool.
Yeah, and Demon Mirror has really great sound.
You're just, dude, you're just saying that because you worked on that game.
Yeah.
So what do we got coming up next?
Up next, we have some dark and sinister titles, starting with a physical release trailer of a gorgeous and deadly first-person action runner. Then we're jumping into a spoof on a beloved stealth classic and ending it with an exclusive trailer from our friends at Raw Fury.
Let's go.
Enough! I'll handle things from here on.
Voltai o dedaver. O Krautari abrir e res ufinet. Uzul adi os Caribue. Os mesmos existem como absurda adiluterus. O Gaim Despres Res Uzul adi Oscaridue.
Light and darkness.
Veco mu origi granda est rapado aximis elc veco centunio oxistinde.
Oh no! An evil fog is corrupting every living creature. There is one that is immune. Who is this mighty hero? A slime? How can an adorable little slime fight against this? This? Or that? Wait, where did it get that sword? Is that a meteor shower? How? Ice breath? When did you get that? Now there are two of them? Alright. Slimes can be heroes. Grab a friend and save the world from oozy monsters and formidable bosses. Discover different weapons and create your own magical abilities to express the way you want to adventure in Slime Heroes. Ooh. Demon Turtle.
I'm so excited we could finally announce PS4 and PS5.
There's a lot of platforms.
Oh yeah, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, Steam, Epic Game Store. Oh,
Basically, you'll be able to play Demon Turf anywhere.
yep. But what is Demon Turf exactly? Well, Lucy, take it away.
Sure. So her goal is to take on the Demon King, who pretty much owns his place. Tall order, right? And apparently he's been challenging her for a while now. Her best friend Midgie is also part of this epic quest. But enough of all that. Let's check out some gameplay, yo! Sizzle real time.
Okay, this looks cool. Definitely want to check out this game for sure.
Beavis' moveset in Demon Turf has a lot of depth.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about combined moves to feel badass.
One of my favorite examples is this tower climb. The different ways you can skip so many parts of it.
Things really heat up though once you unlock the turf moves.
Oh yeah, yanking enemies around, rolling down highways,
Soaring through the skies.
combine it all and you get to see runs like these from our incredible speedrunning community.
It still blows my mind every time.
Mm-hmm. Beginner or pro, we hope to see you pull off some of these moves from Demon Turf releases sometime later this year.
Bring it on.
commando unit threw me in a prison for a crime I didn't commit.
You're under arrest for a crime you didn't commit. Hey, a coin. Hey, buddy, I have no paper.
Here you are.
You saved my ass, literally.
You stole a one-eyed man's patch. That patch turned out to be handy to create a lethal weapon. What were you going to shoot? Pebbles? Depleted uranium balls. The sewer was infested with assassin rats. Felt like I was a huge chunk of cheese.
Who's there? Damn cat. Who's there?
Another cat. Landmines! Wait! It's kill or be killed.
Whooping stride.
Hey, this is Matt, developer of Severed Steel, and I'm here to talk about some cool ways players have been playing the demo I released. So this level, you're typically supposed to kick that door open and deal with all the guys in the hallway. But players found a way to use the arm cannon to carve a hole in the left of the door like you saw, which gets you into this hallway. It's a little bit safer, and there's some nice weapons to find in there. A player did this cool thing where they throw their weapon down the hallway and then fight through the hallway. By the time you're at the end of the hallway, you're low on ammo or you're out of ammo, and you have a loaded weapon ready to go. When I first saw that, it blew my mind. Probably was a super cool move. Players have been doing cool stuff with manipulating AI. So you saw I just got wrecked kicking down that door. But if I use the audio perception of the AI to kick a wall, lure them over, you can set up ambushes. That's really useful in the harder difficulties where in the hardest difficulty, one shot kills you. So that's been a really useful technique. There's one stunt in the game that I didn't actually include in the tutorial, and that's the ability to jump and kick off walls. And on my Discord, players have been sharing really crazy footage where in rooms like this with a really high ceiling, they are jumping and kicking off enemies to get loads of airtime they can use to get really stylish kills. In the arcade mode, you get points for stylish kills, and getting that airtime and killing enemies upside down really can rack up your score. I didn't expect players would figure out more advanced stunts like this, but there's a lot of really cool footage of players doing stuff like that. I'm really thrilled with how players figured that out. And in one last clip, you can see some content that wasn't featured in the demo. A lot of players asked for enemy outlines to help discern them, so you can see I've added them here. And players asked for a double shotgun, which you see I'm rocking right now. I hope you enjoyed this preview of Severed Steel. It's slated for PC release late summer of this year. And if you like what you saw, definitely give it a wishlist on Steam. If you are a console player, there are also PlayStation 4 and Xbox One releases planned for shortly after PC. Thanks again.
Ooh, an exclusive. Hang on. Ooh, what's this? Oh wait, it's stable.
Happens every day. Whether or not you part, no matter if you wait, but if you're bold and trying to find whatever waits, whichever end you play a part.
Okay, coming to Steam
Thanks
Xbox
so much, Ron
Station.
Fury, for that special exclusive footage. Up next, we have an exclusive reveal for one of the most bloodiest sprite-based action platformers I have ever seen. We will check in on a dark and beautiful pixel art RPG, help clean up a forensic nightmare, and then we are heading to an update from a mystical masterpiece from one of our Best of the Mix 2020 award winners. Grab your hazmat suit, Alex.
Oh, why?
Because we're about to go in and get grimy.
Let's do it.
World premiere. Back. Coming soon. Death Trash.
Hello, my name is Jacek Głowacki and I'm the head of company development at Broad Distance. We're established by Bluebird team and we've just celebrated our 12th birthday. Our goal right now is to become a fully realized AA studio. My name is Krzysztof Ziemba. I'm a writer and game designer at Draw Distance. We make games with unique stories and visual styles, excellent soundtracks, and captivating gameplay. We are known for our Vampire the Masquerade titles and Serial Cleaner. Our next game is its sequel, Serial Cleaners, a stealth action crime story set in 90s NYC.
My name is Miki Maika, and I lead a team of 30 amazing game developers currently working on 3 different projects. Serial Cleaners is our biggest one so far and is set to launch later this year. We've got a good vibe and we're expanding, so come join us on our adventure to the 90s.
Drawdistance.org. Serial Cleaners, single-player stealth game crime story. Coming to PC and consoles 2021. Wishlist now. Huh? What does this do? Oh! Oh, I get it. This is for clipping clips. That's pretty awesome.
Hello, we are Monaco, and we're a small, very small studio from Cologne in Germany. And what you see before you is our very first game, a cinematic platformer called White Shadows.
So White Shadows is basically a modern thing. It drops you off in this huge, weird, vertical world that is called the White City, even though it's really, really dark. And in this White City, there are the rats and the wolves, and they're in charge. And then there's the pigs and the sheep who do all the work. And then there's the birds who are, or at least so they say, to blame for a deadly pandemic.
And then there's you, little raven girl, trying to change all that. So basically, this game is not really a puzzle platformer, it's more of a trick.
It kind of drops you off in this really weird world, and if you imagine inside in Tim Burton having a really mean, weird little baby born in 1984, then you'd have this game.
It's black and white, it's dark, it has to do with a lot of stuff that is in our world today, and it's also really entertaining.
We, as the developers, think that's really funny, but people who've played it tell us that it's really, really dark. So you need to judge of that.
माँ दुर्गा, मुझे आपकी जरूरत है। अपने दिल की सुनो राजी, तुम्हें शक्ति मिल जाएगी। लड़ो राजी, योद्धा बनो।
Raiji, Enchanted Edition, Quarter 4, Ball Consoles.
Shout out to Raji. Congrats on winning Best of the Mix 2020. Such an awesome studio out of India, you know. Also, Bats is looking mad slick, if I don't say so myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, before we move on to the next segment, we want to say thanks to our broadcasting partners, Twitch, Steam, IGN, and of course, GameSpot. Thank you guys for all your help in hosting the stream.
Yep. And also, don't forget to check out the Guerrilla Collective event page on Steam to wishlist the games, play the demos from this event, as well as from Wholesome Direct, which is coming up next. We have a link on the Guerrilla Collective website, guerrillacollective.com.
Up next, we're going to connect with our friends at Tiny Build. We're doing gargantuan things with really creative indie developers. Let's creep around the corner and say hello to our neighbor devs working with Tiny Build to peep what they have cooking up. Word.
Hello, Meatbag! This is my game, Despot's game. I will give you a group of puny humans, and you will lead them to the end of the dungeon. If you can get past my cute little robots, zombie wombies, and flesh-eating cabbage rabbages. Despot's game is a roguelite auto-battler. That means that all the fighting happens automatically. It also means permadeath and randomly generated dungeons. In order to win, your humans will need weapons, or whatever you can find to use as a weapon. Combine different kinds of dumb items to create your own dumb army. Your army needs to be positioned, fed, and genetically modified. Just don't get too attached to your little humans. They'll be dropping like flies. Let me tell you the secret. If you make it far enough in the dungeon, you'll get the chance to fight other players. You probably think I came up with all this in order to raise a perfect army of mutated humans capable of conquering the universe, right? Wrong. I simply enjoy watching pathetic humans hit each other with refrigerators. You're in Despot's game now! Config Games bears no responsibility for salty tears, broken keyboards, busted screens, or therapy expenses due to the effects of extended gaming sessions. Not recommended for use by children, pregnant women, or people who have loud conversations on their phones in public.
This is Dustin. And this is Eric from Animal. And we're the creators of Ramen. Along with our extremely small team of passionate individuals, we're really excited to get this out to you. Ramen's a food fighting arena game with a bunch of quirks and tricks.
Food fighting arena game?
And today,
Ooh,
we're going to
my two favorite things, food and fighting games.
Let's start with the meatball mode. Yeah, and meatball mode, it's all about putting the meat in the hole, the goal hole. You got to jump in and take
Meat
control.
in the hole.
Like, what does that mean? It sounds good. What does it mean? Well, it's basically kind of
Okay,
like
now I'm getting
Katamari,
hungry.
where the objective is to jump into a giant meatball, take control of it, roll around, charge it up, and shoot it into various goal locations throughout the map. All while basically avoiding enemies and the onslaught of food that they throw at you. Next up, Boba Ball.
Well, Boba Ball is one of our newest work-in-progress game modes, but still a ton of fun. Players are now packing a Boba Blaster that shoots Boba Balls at a giant Boba Ball.
Work together with your taste buds to blast the giant Boba Ball into the opposing team's goal. But look, kills don't count in this mode, so prioritize getting the giant ball from A to B. But a few balls to the face never hurt anyone, so blast your foes to keep them from gaining control of the ball.
Blast your toes?
Foes.
Okay, bros, I guess. Wait, what's this written down about meat chassis?
We wrote that?
Yeah, it says, say something about meat chassis.
Oh, yeah, the old bag of meat and bones. You know, the players, the soup saviors. Players can customize their character almost however they want within our high-fashion, highly polished configurator zone.
All right, well, within this configurator zone thing, when it comes to fashion, we got you covered with a trunk full of different culinary styles, vibes, and drips. Your soup slinger is yours to design and decorate. Honestly, the world is your oyster. Decorate to your heart's content.
Oh, and don't forget your old pop pal. I think it's time to wrap it up here.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks for tuning in to watch our video and giving us the opportunity to talk your ears off about ramen. Pretty excited about it.
Oh, and that being said, be sure to hop into our Discord so you can be part of the playtest and help us perfect the recipe of ramen.
Yeah, we hope you get a chance to play. We really appreciate all the support y'all have shown over the course of development. It really means a lot and motivates us. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Happy Uncle Tom. Run over Castle Restaurant and PlayStation 1 aesthetic. Burger. Or drink. Make cookies. Real pack. Surprise. Keep your customers happy. Or terrifying cow named Happy will please do that. But it's okay, she's just quality control. Give us 100% of factory food. Nothing underneath.
We are so appreciate. Have a happy humble day.
Meet the creepy AI-driven Mr. Peterson. This character has one mission, keeping you from discovering his secrets. Hello, and welcome to Hello Neighbor 2. In this game, you'll be playing as a local journalist named Quentin, who is suspicious of his creepy neighbor, Mr. Peterson. For those new to the Hello Neighbor franchise, this is Raven Brooks, the sort of town where everyone keeps to themselves and goes about their lives. Normally, you would too, except a bunch of people have gone missing. And there's just something strange about your neighbor, Mr. Peterson. Everyone is afraid of him. There have been rumors of children going to his house and never being heard from again. Some people say he likes to lock people up in his basement. But no one has any proof. So people just try to avoid Mr. Peterson, his odd house, and ignore the strange sounds coming from his basement at night. You have a feeling that Mr. Peterson is behind all of the neighborhood disappearances. But no one believes in your ideas and theories. And while you normally wouldn't break into someone's house, you're the only one who believes something is wrong and has the guts to uncover the truth. When you break into Mr. Peterson's house, you'll be going against an AI that is constantly evolving. Our goal for Hello Neighbor 2 is to provide unique player experiences. This is an experience that is driven by the community. Mr. Peterson's behavior is a combination of a neural network and algorithms that allow him to constantly learn from his experiences with everyone who plays our game. It begins with the collection of player activity. Mr. Peterson takes note of player behavior, whether or not most players are likely to hide in a closet, use a certain escape route, or certain objects. As time progresses and he learns, Mr. Peterson's behavior may change and surprise you. How Mr. Peterson plays in one encounter with you might be different from the next, all due to his encounters with the game's community as a whole. In this way, the community's experience with Mr. Peterson changes over time, allowing for an AI that is developed through community actions, replayability, and great stories of neighborhood shenanigans. But these new experiences go beyond Mr. Peterson. In Hello Neighbor 2, players can interact with all characters in Raven Brooks, and these characters share the same AI core, but behave differently and have their own stories for you to discover. So while you might think you're just playing the game, you're really contributing to the development and improvement of Mr. Peterson's AI. We hope this presentation of our AI and development gives you an idea of what to expect in Hello Neighbor 2. If you'd like to try an early access version of Hello Neighbor 2, you can wishlist the game on Steam and check out our alphas on the Microsoft Store. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the neighborhood.
Ahoy, sailors! Not this again. Trash Sailors Pirate Guide.
Trash Sailors
Every pirate knows that the real treasure is friendship. Just kidding. It's trash. I love trash. It's everything. Fuel, building materials, and weapons. Seriously, just stuff in as much trash as you can and let her rip. Just remember, this raft is your only home. Take good care of it, and if anyone dares set foot here, hit them with all you got. Too many greedy lovers want to get their hands on our marvelous, beautiful trash. Defend it to your last breath and steer carefully. Oh, and don't forget to fix anything that breaks. Ah, scurvy bilge-sucking son of a seagull! If your enemies get close and the good old ship's cannons aren't enough, try the newfangled trash technology. You have countless aces up your sleeve. Use anything you get your hands on. They want to steal our trash? Let them try. We'll hit them with everything we got.
Trash Sailors coming to PC, Xbox, PlayStation 4, and the Switch.
Shout out to Tiny Build. They are producing and publishing some of the most amazing indie titles coming out. Ramen is looking real fantastic.
Yep. And for our Guerrilla Collective 2 finale, we're going to head out with an exclusive, humbling conversation that we had with Innersloth, the team behind Among Us, and check in on some fun and upbeat games, as well as take a trip back to the arcade with some fun retro throwback games.
And before we finish everything up, we are also going to go to an exclusive interview with our friends at Limited Run Games. Let's rock. Welcome back to the Guerrilla Collective. We have Marcus Bromander and Adria Wallach from the Innersloth dev team. Super happy to have you guys hopping on the Guerrilla Collective for an interview. Tell us about yourselves.
I'm Marcus, also known as Puffballs United. I'm one of the co-founders of Innersloth. I worked on a lot of the art, the sound design, game design, and miscellaneous other spots in the game, but no coding.
Hi, I am Adriel. I'm the lead programmer at Innersloth, which means I live in the code, I make a bunch of lists, I tell the other programmers what to do, and I fix bugs. What is quote unquote the larger team now? Not that 8 is huge or anything, but I was the 5th person, so I was like right at that tipping point from it being small enough where you could just tell one person one thing and then everybody knows everything, to now it's like we have to make sure we're tagging all the right people in our work channels and like getting information out. And yeah, I came on towards the end of last year through a mutual friend who was like, hey, Innersloth needs more programmers. You know, because at that point it was just Forrest as the programmer, and I was like, all right, I'm in. And then, yeah, rest is history. So it's been really fun getting to sort of grow the programming team as well and take at least some of the pressure off of Forrest to be the only person doing that kind of stuff and being able to do more output and get things out there faster.
So you've had like, you know, notable celebrities. You've had AOC, just mad people streaming it. And now it's really ingrained into pop culture. What are some of the most surreal, defining moments that have been heartwarming or have left an impact on the team since its original release until now?
Just all of the the fan art that comes in, and all the fan animations, fan music videos, remixes, just so much amazing stuff. We have a channel in our Discord that we just post all. And names. So, but we still want to make them. At least it. Make
Okay, guys, looks like the rest of you will have to tune into IGN stream if you want to see the rest of the Glow Collective. I'm gonna have to switch over to Wholesome Direct. I want to be there a little bit early so I can so that way I don't miss the premiere. Yes, I will be watching the premiere. I normally do. All right, folks, I'll be right back. 10 minutes before it's live. Seven minutes. 3 minutes. Here we go. Come on. Hang on 1 second, folks. Gonna have to split this one up again.